A very popular request for a workflow is performance evaluation. It's often a very labor-intensive function in an organization with lots of paperwork, and getting it online is a way to really streamline that whole process. So let's take a look at it from a manager perspective. So if we log in as Ella here, she's got several subordinates. Her dashboard's just coming up here, so we'll go into Manager Self-Service, and we'll go into Employees for Appraisal. So here's all of the people that Ella supervises. So we can go in and we can grab one of the forms that she uses. So you could have a list of different forms for different positions or different departments. Ella can review the form, see if it's going to work for her particular scenario. So Ella can enter in goals as well for this particular employee. So these are things that they're going to talk to one-on-one, right? Things that'll be monitored over time. So we'll just add a couple of goals here so that Ella's form is how she wants it. And maybe she wants to add another one here, maybe product knowledge. Okay. So now when she goes to set goals and do the review, her own opinion is there in that actual form. Okay. There's always room for comments. The ratings are all user-defined as well. So this form can really mimic your internal forms. So we're happy with that, so we're going to start the review process. Now in some organizations, they like to do 360-degree peer reviews. So you can do that here as well. In this particular example, you can go in and add reviewers. So other than Ella and the employee, we're going to add a peer reviewer. Let's go in and add Betty here. Okay. So Betty is going to also fill out the form on behalf of Bill. So let's go out now and log in as Betty. So we've logged on as Betty, and the quickest way to find out what actions need her attention is to look at the flyout menu here. So here's the review for Bill. So the form doesn't have the goals because that's really something between Ella and Bill, the direct supervisor relationship. But here we can go in and put in comments. So he's a pleasure to work with. We'll put a rating. So this form can be quite lengthy in some organizations. It can be very brief in others, but it's completely customizable to your forms. So once we're happy with that, we'll submit that form. Okay. So now if we go back out here, and we're going to log back in as Ella, and we'll take a look at the performance evaluation list again. Just go into MSS and into Employees for Appraisal. So now we've logged back in as Ella. We're going to take a look at all of the responses. So with this particular example, you can kind of pull all the responses together and see it all in one place. So this is also a great screen or report to use when you're actually having the discussion with whoever is being reviewed. So you can see Betty's responses, you can see her comments, and as Ella fills out her form, it would all be in one place. Now, as this is a workflow, you can also see what the history is of this particular process, who's involved with it, where's it currently sitting. So you start to actually get some metrics about the process itself. And as I said earlier, it can exactly mimic your forms and your approval and routing rules. So it's really a flexible tool and a great way to streamline the whole performance evaluation process.